I saw the other day a person saying, "Don't call me he or she, call me they." And I was like, what the f***? It took me 3 years to learn I am, you are, he is, she. This whole gender neutral pronoun is confusing for me. Let me tell you a story. I invited a friend to have dinner at my house the other day. And he was like, "Oh, I'm bringing a friend." And I said, "Of course, bring him." He was like, No, bring them." So I bought a lot of food. I bought briskets and pizzas and pastas. And my friend showed up at my house with one person. So I said, "Where are they?" And he said, "They are here." So you tell them that they are gonna eat all of this food.
That's a great joke, and I agree with him. It is confusing.
And really, there's two issues. There's trans and there's non-binary, and they often get conflated in our media, but they're very separate issues. Trans and non-binary. So non-binary, that's the one with the pronouns. So there's now more pronouns than there ever used to be. There's now 10 pronouns. I'll quickly go through it so we're all on the same page. The 10 pronouns are he, she, they, them, it, gross, what is that?
I love this.
And I'm very on board. I will call you what you want to be called. I will treat you with respect, always. But I'm also going to make jokes about it. My pronouns are he. Because I identify as a comedian.
Jimmy Carr for you. He is a great comedian from the UK.
Your pronouns are not for you to pick. It's how we describe you. You see that guy over there? Go talk to that man. Don't call me. Call me a woman. No, we're describing you, dumbass. You don't tell me how to describe you. You go to work now, any company, first day. My name's Skyler. I'm he, him. Yeah, we know. They got, my name is Dakota. I'm they, them. No, you're not. You know, there's a guy like, my name's Earl. I identify as Plum and her. I'm the plumber. I don't know what the hell we're talking about.
I just love Kevon. He does great common sense comedy.
What are the current pronouns that you identify with? He, she. You're two opposite things at the same time? That's a powerful truth to live. Wait, actually, Zemzer. That feels true. I will affirm who you think you are as though it's who you actually are. Oh no, actually, I just switched back. He, she again. What are your current pronouns that encapsulate the entirety of your being and therefore you identify with? I go by person, place, or thing. Whoa, nouns, not pronouns? Yeah, I started to get concerned that I was mistaking my imagination for reality. I was changing my mind all the time about pronouns because I'm not inherently happy within myself. So I wanted to minimize the risks that I was just believing something about myself that's not actually true. So I had some medical tests done to objectively determine what my correct pronouns are. The result just came back. I tested negative for pronouns, but positive for nouns. Well, person, place, or thing, I will address you accordingly. Thank you! That makes me feel safe.
JP Seals is just a legend, honestly. I just love how he points out the insanity of the left.
Not all women. I mean the old-fashioned ones. You know, the old-fashioned women. Oh, God. You know, the ones with wombs. Oh. Those fucking dinosaurs. No, I love the new women. I know the new women. They're great, aren't they? You know, the new ones we've been seeing lately. The ones with beards and cocks. They're as good as... They're as good as gold. I love them. No, it's the old-fashioned. And now the old-fashioned, they go like, oh, they want to use our toilets. Why shouldn't they use your toilets? For ladies. They are ladies. Look at their pronouns. What about this person isn't a lady? Well, his penis.
Exactly.
Her penis, you fucking bigot. What if he rapes me? What if she rapes you? You fucking turf whore.
Oh man, this is just not satire anymore. It is reality,
Hey,
unfortunately.
what's your pronouns, mister? That's a prefix.
Like for a puppy?
I'm talking about pronouns.
Of course you are.
Here we go.
Pronouns will find the way they work.
Junior, that's a suffix.
Senior?
Yes.
That's your pronoun.
No, mine's she, like it should be.
Because that's how you identify.
What about secret identities?
And how can one person be a they?
Siamese twins.
Are you alright? Just why do we have to learn all these new pronouns?
It's respectful.
It's a problem.
Oh, I'm that.
It?
No, a problem.
That's for sure.
Listen, I'll call anybody whatever pro or amateur noun they want, as long as they're just not a because then I'll just call you
Oh man, I just love what he said right there. It is a problem and don't be an asshole about it.
What do we got?
Pronouns. I love it when athletes use grammar.
I was gonna say pronouns are like earthquakes because it's a little shaky whether you call them the right thing or not, you know.
Well, you could do that, but if we reel back the tape, maybe it's stepping all over my fucking gag about athletes using grammar. So
That was funny. I think he's right about this. That was a funny joke. I don't see why athletes should be using.
That was happening in the 80s that Jeffrey Dahmer was doing that, you know? Just dismembering dudes left and right. Back then, you did that to someone, that was considered vile, heinous, disturbing. Now, if you remove someone's penis, you're helping them find themselves. I think that's kind of beautiful. Now, before you get all tight butthole about it like you are right now, I'm not suggesting that every trans person has bottom removal surgery. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Jeffrey Dahmer was ahead of his time. You know, he slashed them, and that's how we got the pronouns.
I just love Drew Lynch. He is not afraid of making offensive joke at all, and I love it.
In the city, and I saw this guy leaving an office building, and he sees me, and he goes, "What the fuck?" This is important. He wasn't angry. He was very inquisitive and exasperated. He goes, "What the fuck are your pronouns?" It felt like this guy just got done with like a brutal 10-hour gender diversity training. Where he was just getting grilled all day, and they're showing him picture after picture, like, okay, now you need to identify this, Larry, okay? If this comes in, what is it? No, wrong again. This is a picture of a turnip. Wrong again, okay? Then he goes to leave after a long day of gender diversity training, and who's the first person he runs into? Me. And I look like a little HR booby trap, like...
Oh, man.
Hey, buddy, HR sent me in to see if you can graduate.
That was Emma Willman for you. She is just super funny, and I agree with her. This diversity training from HR are completely useless.
Purse on, she had a pocketbook, right? And that purse was hanging out, and it fell out in front of us. And I reached down and grabbed it, and I was like, Miss, you dropped your pocketbook. And she looked back at me, and her eyes lit up, dude. She looked at me, and she said, "Did you just assume my pronouns?" And I looked her right back in the eyes, and I was like, "You just assume that I know what pronouns are?" Because I'm dumb as shit, okay? You just turn it on. Don't dumb shame me, okay? I'm not going to know your adverbs either, lady, all right?
Great joke.
But other than that, dude, rednecks, we've been using gender-neutral pronouns, right? Like, I've been using them the whole time, and we used to get in trouble for them, right? Like, they said we were dumb because we made up the word y'all. But that's pretty fucking gender neutral, right? What about those people? Your kind, you know? Like fucking... We've been doing that shit.
Crazy funny. I didn't know this, did you?
I do have an issue with pronouns, but it's nothing to do with gender, I swear. I just think it's really egotistical to introduce yourself by telling someone how you want them to refer to you when they're talking about you later.
I agree. Very good.
Which is the purpose of a third-person pronoun. Yeah. It's such a strange way to introduce yourself by telling someone your name and then being like, when you're talking about me with your friends, here's how you should do it.
Exactly.
Like, what have you done? Like, you should have to do something remarkable first. Right? Because I was on this Zoom call the other day, 10 people on this Zoom call, like they're all introducing themselves. My name's Zach, my pronouns are they, them. My name's Eliza, my pronouns are she, her. I'm like, I'm never talking about you again. I don't know why you feel the need to tell me this, Zach. You're not doing anything interesting. You should have to do something interesting. You know what, Zach? Drop the N-word on the Zoom call, all right? Yeah, then tell me your pronouns. Then you can go for it, because I'll be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're getting fired. I'm pretty sure...
Oh, man.
Yeah. Just saying, I don't think this is going to work out for them at all. I really don't. No. Malik was on the call. Him mad. Him very mad. I'm Matt Ruby. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Matt Ruby for you. I think he's super funny and I agree with all what he said in this clip. It is absolutely ridiculous to introduce yourself with pronouns.
I was on a Zoom call with a production company and they asked me what my pronouns were. And so for a laugh, I just said, take a guess. And they were like, no.
Makes sense.
We don't want to make assumptions about your gender in case we offend you. And then I said, well, if you're talking directly to me, then obviously going to use the first person pronoun you. But if you're talking about me or referring to me, then you're a gossipy little bitch. You should just say it to my face.
That was great. Great edgy comedy from Comedy Unleashed. Beautiful. I love it.
My name is Saul. I don't care about pronouns. That's just me personally. Don't get mad because I got called ma'am from behind the other day and I didn't correct anybody. I left that shit out in the ether. I was at a Burger King. The kid behind the counter was like, ma'am, your fries are ready. I didn't turn around and go, I'm a boy. No, I said, give me those goddamn fries. And then I walked out of that place with my head held up high like the bad bitch I was, okay? So I'm sorry if you've never had Lizzo energy as a man, but I felt that shit. I knew what it was like, ladies. I knew what it was like. I was out there.
Oh, great clip. I think he was super funny. I didn't know this comedian before, but I might check him out more, honestly. That was great.
If you're a married man, you have a wife, you have kids, and you still sign your emails off he, him, like you don't need to do that. Like we know. You're just virtue signaling at that point. It'd be like if I was at a restaurant and I was like, yeah, I'll have the turkey club, and you know the way that it comes? Keep it that way.
Yeah.
Just wanted to give you some redundant information.
Oh man, that makes sense. I think if you're married with kids, you should not use pronouns at all. It made no sense.
Did you know you can identify as they, them, and still be a cunt? Someone has to tell these people. And here's my problem with short guys.
That was great. Great joke.
That's the thing on most websites. Now you got to put your pronouns in. I think it's great. Worst case, it's the one you'd use forever, and it doesn't really change anything. Best case, it makes you feel, more included. I was on a website, and the drop-down menu for pronouns that came up, it said he, him, she, her, they, them, and it. Now, I might be ignorant. But I don't think anybody wants to be it.
Some do, unfortunately.
Like, even in tag, that's like the worst position.
It is.
There's a whole game called Not It, That's confusing. I don't know, though. Who am I to judge? I'm a straight white guy, so my pronouns are fast, furious. So it's...
this guy is great.
The rules.
Oh.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Sir.
It's ma'am.
But
you need to learn how to use your pronouns properly.
What the f is a pronoun?
What is a pronouns? Nobody cares. My thought. Exactly. Obviously, that was great. Obviously, I had some great laughs today and I enjoyed making this video and I hope you did as well. Thanks for staying with me till the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click right there to watch the next one and I will see you there. Bye bye.